Hey everybody! And welcome to my Q&A video! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another Ask Endigo! What a year it's been! What a fucking year it's been so far! When I started really trying to grow my YouTube channel for serious at the start of this year, I had no idea it would go this quick. So here I am already doing my third Q&A video in 1 year. But there's been a lot of questions coming and these videos are really fun to do, so without further ado, let's get on to it! First question, are you gay or European? Well, we're off to a good start! I like how you really have to be one or the other, like you can either be American gay or European straight, but nothing else! Unless of course you're one of those weird Japanese tentacle. Let's not go there! Second question, what do you think of Kyo from Diren Grey? When I was a kid I used to listen quite a lot to Diren Grey actually, but these days I don't really listen to them as much, but I've always really respected him because he is very, very versatile. He can do all these high-pitched, clean, like opera kind of things, but also these very, very dark metal growls and all sorts of screams and squeals and clean rocky things in between. So that is something I really admire about him. Also I have a Diren Grey poster up there from 2007 but you can't see it, but it's there. You have to trust me, I wouldn't lie to you. Or would I? How do you keep your fringe looking awesome? Like seriously, you have the best hair I've ever seen! Why, thank you so much. All I do is I straighten it and I like hold it in different positions and spray it. Pretty much kind of basic. Next one, have you ever been in Japan? And if not, then do you want to go there? I have never been in Japan. I really want to go to Japan. Of course, all the pop culture with live shows and rock bands and nightclubs and all the electricity everywhere. Also, I really want to see the more traditional Japan, all these small villages and I love Japanese traditional culture. I hope to go there. Yeah. Next one, would you do a makeup tutorial of yours one day? I've done a makeup tutorial a year ago. My makeup style hasn't really changed all that much, so I guess you can still watch it. I do my hair as well in that. I'll put a link to it right here or there. You have to guess. But only one of them is the real one. Which one? Are you a My Little Pony fan? I remember seeing a Rainbow Dash picture in the backgrounds of some of your videos. I used to follow My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, you know, the new series, which is kinda, I wouldn't say it's mature, but yeah, the cool one. I have never seen the old classical My Little Pony series. That classic series seems to suck and be very typical girly, and that's not really my cup of tea. I saw the movie Ekerö Girls. It sucked! What is your mission in this world? Pizza! Next one, who's your ultimate favorite artist slash band? I got a lot of bands who are like in the top-ish without any actual favorite order. Some of them are the Japanese band Mook, Japanese Demon Kogure, and a lot of different rock bands. But my all-time favorite band is Pink Floyd, without a question, because just listen to them. Speaking of Pink Floyd, which is the best Pink Floyd song? Jesus Christ! I have no. If I'm gonna just choose an album, I'm probably gonna say, oh god. Some Birmingham called me casual, but my favorite album is probably gonna be The Wall. It's very well thought through and it's super long. It's like 25 songs or something like that. They explore a lot of different styles, a lot of different elements, and it's just all around a really good album. My second favorite album is probably gonna be their new one. What the fuck's it called? The Endless River? It's instrumental, the entire album, except for one song at the end. It's so good! It's so good! And I think it very, very well ties together the entire history of Pink Floyd as a band and everything they've gone through. So, that one I really do like. Next one, do you like horror movies? And why? Yes, I like horror movies, even more so horror games. Did you know I used to be the head organizer for Sweden's only horror games convention? I know. I'm a huge fan of horror games and horror movies to some extent. I don't watch as many horror movies as I play horror games, but I've seen quite a few, and some I really like, some are kind of bad, sadly. But like I said, even more so horror games. I try to play everything when it comes to horror. Next one, can you speak some Japanese? This question is kind of tricky for me to answer because, yeah, I can speak Japanese in the sense that I can talk Japanese. When I see Japanese text, I can read it without problem and sound pretty natural in Japanese. But with that said, I don't really understand the language very well. I can speak it and make it sound good, but I don't know what I'm saying. Also, can you imitate Kitcha? You know what? If Kitcha does a video impersonating me, I will do a video doing an impression of him. So, balls in your hands, Kitcha. Well, not literally. Well. Next one, if you could let one more person in Nanda, who would it be? Without a doubt, PewDiePie. First of all, I think he would pull it off pretty well, actually, being all as he is, you know. Secondly, it would be very good promotion to have him in the band. So, yeah, PewDiePie. If you want to be in Nanda, just give me a call, you know where to find me. Changing up the mood a little, what do you think is the difference between living and being alive? Okay, let's get a little philosophical for a moment. I want to be alive. I don't want to just keep on living. I don't want to just keep floating day by day and hoping to survive. Because if that's all you're doing, if all you're doing is hoping to survive, what are you even living for in the first place? If you don't have any dreams, if you don't have anything to fight for, why are you fighting at all? By just staying alive and by just trying to keep ourselves afloat without actually having a purpose or any goal or any destination, you're just killing off time. You're just passing the few days you have in this very short life we're living. And if that's all you're doing, then why are you even alive in the first place? Not that I want you to not be alive, of course, but I want you to be alive for a reason, to have something to live for, because I do, and I know most friends I have do these days. And if you don't do that, I mean, I'm so sorry for you, but please find something worth fighting for, because I know there is something out there. So I guess what I'm saying is, don't just live. Be alive. Don't wait to die. Find something to live for. So that's my answer. Whoa, that was a heavy one. Next one. Are you God? Dance, my butt. Dance for me. No, I'm not. That's just silly. Next one from my now ex-girlfriend Nat. Hi Nat. What was your first email account called? Oh, Jesus Christ. My first email was called strutsodlaren@hotmail.com, and I'm not gonna tell you what that means, so... Can you do a collab with a bigger YouTuber? Clara Henry, Moa Murderous, or Dunderhumor? Moa Murderous is the only one I actually know personally, and she's moved to London as well. Everybody else moves to London, come on. Doing a collab with her specifically is probably gonna be a bit hard. Her aside, Clara Henry and Dunderhumor, I don't know them personally, I've never even talked to them, but we're all on Splay, so we might meet each other at some point, so maybe, who knows? Who knows? Next one, what do you do when you get sad? YouTube. When I get sad, I stop being sad and be awesome instead! Ow! Are you excited for a new series of Digimon in 2015? Hell yeah! Digimon 3! Yes, I am so excited. I am a huge fucking Digimon fan, as most of you maybe know, or else you know that now. If you missed this, they are about to release Digimon Season 3. There have been more seasons since then, but this is like gonna be the number 3 to the first 2. So, I mean, it's been 10 years, so nobody probably cares, but I care, so yeah, I'm hyped! Speaking of Digimon, what is your opinion on Pokemon Go? I think it looks really cool, but I'm afraid that people are gonna be disappointed once it comes out. I know, for example, that Kitcha thought it was gonna be an AR game where you like see Pokemon running around, and you know, it's not gonna be like that at all. The game's probably gonna be fun, but you know, it's just gonna be one of these things where it's like hooked up to your GPS and like 35 meters away, Pikachu, and you go there and like click here to catch it. Ding, ding. But with that said, I think it's gonna be really fun, and yes, I am gonna try it out, even though I'm not really a big Pokemon fan. And finally, last question for today. Out of all video games that exist, what game has the best romantic story? I actually have a very, very clear answer. A game that by far to me has the best romantic story. But the thing is, I can't tell you what game it is because that is a spoiler. The entire twist at the end is that the entire story of the game was actually romantic, and that makes the story so great. But that is the final twist of the game, that it's actually a romantic story. So I can't tell you what game it is, but that game has the best romantic story. I'm sorry, I really want to tell you what game it is because it's a great game, but saying it's romantic is a spoiler if you haven't played it, you know, so that's kind of weird. And that's all the questions I had time for this time. I want to give a huge thanks to everybody who sent me your questions. If your question didn't get picked this time, I'm really sorry. I really had to narrow it down to some of the questions that I found really enjoying. But once it's time to do this again, please just send me another question and I will try to include it. With that said, I'm soon gonna be doing another Endigo Got Mail video because I've been getting quite a good bit of fan mail again. And if you're about to send me something like soon, or if you just did, please write a comment so I know, so I don't do the video before your package arrives. Once again, huge thanks to all of you who sent me these questions. I had so much fun answering them, and please send me more for the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like this video, leave a comment, tell me what you think about this new setup and everything, if it works, and also make sure to subscribe. See you next time. Peace!